Bro, I love renting video games instead of spending $60 on something I probably won't even like. And then today, I'm gonna talk about 5 games I rented on the Nintendo Switch 1. And yes, I still use a Nintendo Switch 1 in 2026. You think I got a Nintendo Switch 2? Back then, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, renting, you had Redbox, you had Blockbuster, you had Gamefly, and now it's just digital. Man, I'm not the type to like this. You get the whole gist. So, number 1 on the list of games that I have tried this week is... This is so tiny. Yeah, you probably can't see it. Final Fantasy 8. And this one comes in a bundle with Final Fantasy 7, which I think is the perfect bundle. I recently finished Final Fantasy 7, the OG, a couple months ago, and I thought it was absolutely amazing. I've been a fan of Final Fantasy 7 for a long time through Crisis Core, Kingdom Hearts, Advent Children, and all that stuff. And the remake, when it came out during the lockdown, oh, I was locked in on that lockdown. But I finally finished the OG of Final Fantasy 7 and it was just amazing. I might just have to make another video on that. This one's about Final Fantasy 8 and this one is very divisive. People either hate it or love it, which you can honestly say about any Final Fantasy game, really. 13, 15. 8 was a game that came out after what people consider a masterpiece, and props to them for still experimenting. You got these new systems like junctions and GFs. I've played for an hour, and honestly, that hour of gameplay kind of bored me. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I felt like a huge slug of tutorials was just jammed in, and right now I don't even know how to play. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, one thing I really like about Final Fantasy is how they're not afraid to experiment with pretty much almost every single game, Final Fantasy game they make. Final Fantasy 8, although there was a rush of tutorials and I didn't really understand much, I feel like this game has kind of a slow burn, and maybe once I get through that slow burn and I finally know what GF and Junction means, I would probably like this game. I used to play Dissidia a lot on the PSP, and I always thought Squall was one of the coolest looking Final Fantasy characters. Even in Kingdom Hearts, with all those belts, how many belts does he need? He has belts on his arm. If I walked out with a belt strapped on my arm, I would look like a... But all that out the way, I really like how they experimented with this one, and how Squall is kind of unique. He's kind of to himself. He's not really an a-hole. The atmosphere of the school looks amazing. I would definitely attend there. But I don't know what that school is, so I'm gonna just say maybe. Maybe, I don't know. He did have a rival. I thought the rival was pretty cool, the blonde hair guy. I would continue playing this. It's not bad. I just need to get through that slow burn of a beginning. Next up on the list, we got Metroid Prime 4. I'm not exactly a super Metroid fan. I think at most I'd probably play like 2 games, Metroid Prime 1 and 2. Mostly Metroid Prime 1. I never owned 2, but I still own Metroid Prime 1. I don't even know where I left off on the GameCube version because the menu scared me. But I played the remastered on the Switch. And let me just get this out the way. I did not know that Metroid Prime 4 was on the Switch 1. I saw it on the shelf and I just picked it up. I'm like, this has to be a mistake. Switch 1? I thought this would be a Switch 2 from the very beginning. I had to pick it up. Immediately what blew me away was the cutscenes, how cinematic it all started. It wasn't really like that in Metroid Prime 1 or 2, but man, I played for an hour. I made it to the part you meet up with Mackenzie for the first time. People were saying that they hated him a lot and that he was annoying. I thought he was okay. I didn't have too much time playing, obviously, but so far, as long as he doesn't talk so dang much during the gameplay, there's one part where the door opens by itself and he's like, did that door just open by itself? Yeah, we all saw the door open by itself. He's the kind of person to be like, nice kitty to like a saber-tooth tiger. Overall, I really like the ambience. The ambience is something that I have praised before through Metroid Prime 1. Metroid Prime never fails to deliver that ambience. It's exciting, it's curious, but it's also like what's out there. So yeah, the part I made it on was I met up with Mackenzie. Seems pretty cool at the moment. I feel like he's overhated at the moment, but maybe my opinion might change within the next 30 minutes. Within 1 hour of gameplay, I would definitely try it out even more. Pretty good, actually. The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom.
Drop the drum! It's okay, nigga. I got that.
This game I was not expecting to like whatsoever. This game was a game where I just picked up and I said I might as well try it out. This is a game that I wasn't even hyped for. I saw the trailer, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna seek out cozy games. I just tried this out and I like this more than I thought. Wow. Again, I only have 1 hour of playthrough of this. I just finished my first rift, my first boss. I wasn't expecting the first boss to be like that, and it's good. You still get that Zelda energy where it's like these puzzles and then you gotta figure stuff out, and then you get that dopamine when you solve a puzzle by yourself without looking at any other tutorials. I didn't know how they were gonna make Zelda a protagonist with her kit and everything, but look right here. She picks up stuff and then she can like spit it out.
I don't know how to explain it. Just look at the TV real quick.
This sweet ad game, this cozy ad game, this come with me ad game. If this game was a food, it would be cinnamon rolls. I was not expecting to like this game as much as I did. Exploring the dungeons was fun, figuring out which object to use, and then doing that. I like this one a lot. 8 out of 10. Matter of fact, make that an 8.2. As if that makes a difference. This might just be the shortest review out here, but Marvel vs. Capcom Arcade Classics Collections, whatever it's called, I'm gonna rate this a 9 out of 10. Especially for the Nintendo Switch. Mainly because of handheld and playing it on the dock, but this game, this collection is so good. I think I played Marvel vs. Capcom 2. If not something close to this. This was always a Mortal Kombat house. You know, the Mortal Kombat on the PlayStation 2. But wow. Wow. This game is heat. This is a game that is definitely on my purchase list for the Switch. You have 7 games, I believe. I believe it's 7 games that have been released in the span of 7 years, which is a really cool kind of fact. I don't know, it's kind of like a coincidence kind of thing. You got so many games to play through. You got The Punisher, which is more arcade, like single player. These are games that you would obviously play at an arcade. Playing on handheld is fun on your own, whether you're playing on arcade mode. I spent a lot of my time in the practice mode. My favorite game personally is actually Marvel vs. Capcom 1. I thought I would play Marvel vs. Capcom 2 more, but no. Marvel vs. Capcom 1 is probably my favorite on this entire collection. That's probably because I haven't played too much of Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I'm probably gonna get into that because I know it's heavily praised. I don't know what else to say. This is really good. I don't know what else to say. 9 out of 10. I would definitely get this again. Some kind of meeting where you have to go on the computer. Bam, just whip out the Switch and play a couple of matches. A perfect time killer game. 9 out of 10. What else could I say? Amazing. I'm gonna take for a ride. Sonic X Shadow Generations. Don't make the same mistake I did. Sonic X Shadow Generations. I actually have more than 1 hour of playthrough on this, not only because I rented this before the other games, but still, this game is actually pretty fun. Sonic isn't my #1 favorite Sega series of all time. It's Yakuza, of course. But I did enjoy a couple of games as a kid. I really like Shadow's gameplay and story more than Sonic's gameplay and story. Would I plan on buying this game in the future? Maybe. I probably wouldn't spend full price on this game. Sega usually has discount on their games anyways, so the most I would probably spend on this game is like $20 max. And I think this is really good to have on a handheld console, whether that be the Nintendo Switch or the Steam Deck, if it supports the Steam Deck. Talking about Sonic in general feels like walking on eggshells because the fandom is so insufferable. But overall, I like it. I know people are gonna be like, whatever. Actually, I heavily recommend this more on handheld consoles because if you play Sonic games, you know the appeal of getting through a stage and then wanting to replay it again just to get at a higher time or collect more coins than you did before. It's like that. And Shadow's kit, it's just fun to use. If you be like, hey, I just got a Nintendo Switch, I want to get into Sonic, what's the best Sonic game? Not best Sonic game, but what do you recommend? This. It's not something I would like go out and buy, but take it. I'm just a casual Sonic fan before any of the super elitist mega fan gatekeepers are like, you didn't play that one comic. So there you have it, folks. Those are my 5 games that I have rented on the Nintendo Switch. 2 exclusive Nintendo Switch games and 3 3 non-exclusive Nintendo Switch games. To be honest, I never really used my Nintendo Switch that much. The only games I would mostly play it on is Breath of the Wild and Smash Bros. Ultimate. But renting all these games, these story mode games, has made me appreciate handheld gaming a bit more. And also, I want y'all to appreciate renting more. We need to rent more. We can't go full on digital. There's beauty in these third spaces where you can rent video games and movies and books. Go to your local library or something. And if they don't have a video game section, go up to the front desk and be like, can you order this game from another library? Do it. Just try it out. You might find a game you've never heard of, never played before, and then you try it out and then you like it. Hopefully this video inspires you to do that. It's been me, Astro Visionary, and I will see you next time. Let me know if you like this kind of video or what other video topics I should do next. Take care.